Hello and welcome to Elecspo, and today we're talking about teenagers. Not in a weird way, you creep, on FIFA 21. There are some incredibly talented youngsters out there in the world of football, some of which are barely out of nappies. But using FIFA 21 ratings from the game's first release, I'm going to put together the best possible teenage 11 right now. In goal is Martin van der Vaart. We're kicking things off with a Belgian, and a lad who FIFA 21 can see going right to the top. He's actually the worst player in this team with a rating of 68, but what do you expect, the lad's only 18. I mean, there aren't many goalkeepers who are at the top of the game at such a young age. Just think, when Van der Vaart was born, Gianluigi Buffon was just 24 years old and established himself after his move from Parma to Juventus. While FIFA 21 maybe don't see Van der Vaart hitting the same levels as Buffon, he's certainly one to watch with a potential rating of 87. He's in safe hands at Genk, a club that has produced the likes of Thibaut Courtois and Kevin De Bruyne. Christian Benteke also came through there, but the less said about that the better. Right back is Thomas Tavares. It was going to be Barcelona's Serginho Dest sitting in the right of defence in this team, but the young American turned 20 at the start of November. Sure, he still isn't old enough to drink in his own country, but he's too old for this team, which opens up a space for 19-year-old Thomas Tavares. The Portuguese right back is slightly worse with a rating of 73 compared to Dest's 75, but his potential is almost just as impressive. Tavares has a potential rating of 85, which would put him up there with the best right backs in the game not called Trent Alexander-Arnold, and is currently spending the season out on loan at Alaves, where he gets to play with Newcastle legend Joselu, the lucky devil. Centre back was William Saliba. Right, this guy was meant to be the saviour of Arsenal Football Club, but at the time I'm writing this, the lad can't even get on the sodden bench. Does Mikel Arteta not know he's one of the highest rated young defenders on FIFA 21? Honestly, these modern managers, there's so much disrespect. While Saliba can't get in the Arsenal team, he gets in this one with a rating of 74. However, it's his potential rating which is much more exciting, as FIFA 21 think he can make it all the way to 87, although that might have to be on the basis that he actually gets to play football. He's alongside Eric Garcia. We've got another Premier League youngster at the heart of defence, but a teenager who might not be in England much longer. Eric Garcia's Man City contract expires next summer, which led to a lot of talk about the Spaniard heading to Barcelona. That hasn't happened yet, but perhaps Garcia can be the heir to the Piqué throne, a throne that's been a bit more like a graffitied bench at a bus stop in recent months. But back to Garcia, who started FIFA 21 as a 72 and is now up to a 73, and FIFA believe he can go all the way to an 85. Left back is Saka. With Alphonso Davies now at the grand old age of 20, he's effectively over the hill now and can't get in this team, but Arsenal's number 7 Bukayo Saka certainly can. Sure, he's not a proper left back, but FIFA have got him down as able to play at wing back, a role he's done a few times for the Gunners and for England. So for the purposes of this team, he's sitting in defence, although I'll give him a licence to roam forward and do what he likes, a bit like Alphonso Davies actually. Saka is the third player from the Premier League in this team, but there's one more we've got to get to, but more on him later. Centre midfielder is Eduardo Camavinga. No matter who you are on FIFA 21, you should probably sign Eduardo Camavinga. If you're a mid-table team, sign him and he'll immediately be your best player. If you're a big club, sign him and he'll develop into one of your star midfielders. He's only just turned 18, but he's already so impressive, and on FIFA 21 he starts the game as a 76, but he's already been upgraded to a 78. This guy's going to blow up in the next couple of years, not literally, he's a human being, so this is probably going to be the last FIFA where you can sign him for a respectable fee no matter which club you are. Man City or Brighton, Barcelona or Sociedad, sign Eduardo Camavinga. Next up in midfield is Orkan. We've got back-to-back players from the Eredivisie here, starting with Feyenoord's Orkan. It's a testament to the Dutch league, as year after year they keep giving young players a chance who go on to become world-class players from across the globe. But will that happen to Turkey international Orkan? He starts as a 75 on FIFA 21 with potential to reach 85, and he's part of a new exciting generation for Turkey which could cause a stir at Euro 2020 in 2021. Our third midfielder is Mohamed Ihataren. If we were actually making this team on FIFA, Ihataren would have to be the cam of the team, even though Kokshu wants to get forward as well. But alongside Camavinga, PSV's Mohamed Ihataren is one of the top teenage midfielders in world football, but mainly on FIFA 21. His potential sees him go high into the 80s, but he'll have to leave the Netherlands if he's going to achieve that. While they produce a lot of young talent, there's a reason they don't keep it, and if Ihataren is still playing in Holland in 5 years' time, something's gone wrong. But he's incredibly technical on the ball and can do a job in the middle or even out wide, and will get loads of assists in this super teenage 11. Right wing is Rodrigo. There are some great players in this teenage team, but Rodrigo is the best of the lot. On FIFA 21 he's a 79, which isn't bad at all for a lad who'll be 19 until the 9th of January. He's incredibly quick and can play on both wings, and the more he grows, the better he'll get in front of goal. With him on one wing and Vinicius Jr on the other, Real Madrid seem perfectly set for the future, so maybe in 3 or 4 years time they'll actually be half decent again. On the left is Ansu Fati. He turned 18 on Halloween, and for his age it's frightening how good he actually is. See what I did there? Frightening. Because he was born on Halloween? Oh come on, my comedy's wasted on you guys. Anyway, Ansu Fati is the future star of the show at the new camp, the player Barca hope will carry the burden Lionel Messi will leave behind when he eventually leaves or just calls it a day completely. The early signs are good, which is why Fati is already a 76 on FIFA. They think he can become one of the world's best with a potential rating of 90. And if he continues to impress at Barcelona, don't be surprised if that potential grows and grows until FIFA believe he can be the best in the world. And up front is Mason Greenwood. I told you I had one more Premier League player left, you didn't think I was lying, did you? If I'd made this video before July 21st, Erling Haaland would be leading the line, but he's now 20, as his age gets closer to the match and the ridiculous size of his body. Seriously, he probably could have been served a pint when he was 12. But anyway, this is about Mason Greenwood, the 77 rated forward who can play right wing too, and leads the line in our best teenage 11 on FIFA 21. Greenwood could be a generational talent for Manchester United, as long as the press stops shutting him down at any opportunity. He's got so much ability it's scary, and the way he finishes out of this world already. He'll win a Premier League Golden Boot one day, I'm certain of it. Will he also reach the 89 potential FIFA 21 think he's got? Aye, I reckon so. So there we have it, there is the best teenage 11 right now on FIFA 21. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo, and until next time we will see you around.